Hey folks, so following my last video, we ended Act 4 and now we continue our way through the Act 5 of the game. As always, I'd like to thank you for continued support and your amazing tips and advices. Thank you, and let's get into the video. So as I started the 5th act of the game, I made my way into these dungeons. In these dungeons, I didn't find anything too special or interesting, but one thing I have to say about these layers of dungeons, the one thing that felt different to me from the last 4 acts, is just how good looking these layers were. Everything was looking so cool and unique in here. Once I finished up this couple layers of dungeons, I made my way to the first boss of the act. His name is Avarius, and from what I understand he's a god or something like that, so I guess this is my first battle with a god, which is pretty cool in itself. Now, he wasn't mega strong or anything, but he was pretty strong, I'm not gonna lie. I had a little bit of trouble, not much, but just a little bit. It was pretty cool and fun. His mechanics were not the most interesting, but it's okay. I had fun, not gonna lie. By the end of it, I did kill him and I did die, but he also died. I guess he died from my lightning effect or something, I'm not sure, but he died with me together. But that's okay. I came back, I talked to Sin. I'm not sure who exactly he is, and then the game showed me, I think it was my first cutscene of the game, I'm not even sure. I don't think I saw any cutscenes before this one, I'm not sure, which is pretty cool, I guess. After that, I finally started using one of my jewel sockets. I only have one for now, and I don't have the best jewel for it, but you know, it's still better than nothing. After that, I made my way into another dungeon. In this other dungeon, there's pretty much nothing to do. I just needed to make my way to the ruined square. Once I did, I needed to find another dungeon in the square. I needed to find 3 pieces of some sort of a torment. Not exactly sure what it is, but you know, whatever the quest wants me to do. Once I found the last piece, I made my way back to the city, took my reward. I think this was an optional quest from what I understood, but I still did it anyway. Then I had to make my way to Osuari, or whatever, however you pronounce it. No, honestly, I'm not sure. But yeah, here I needed to find the sign of purity. This dungeon didn't have anything interesting in it, neither drops nor the bosses or anything. It wasn't anything cool looking. I found the sign of purity, I talked to Sin, I opened the lever, I took the crafting recipe, and I made my way out of here. Once I got back to the city, I went straight to the waypoint and I made my way to the square. Once I got to the square, I needed to find a rooftop. I had to search a little bit around. Eventually I did found it. While I was on the rooftop, I also upgraded some of my passives. I took one of the passives that has 50% elemental damage, which is pretty nice, I have to say. After that, I made my way to the end of this rooftop, and then I found this boss. Now, I have to say, even though he wasn't like the most strong boss or anything in this world, but I have to say this was the most awesome boss I fought to date. This had such a God of War vibes to it. You know that fight where Kratos in God of War 2 fights the first boss, the Colossus? I don't know if they took inspiration from that, but it has such a huge vibes of that. This boss was the most coolest looking boss so far by a country mile. This fight was pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie. I wish the fight was longer and I wished I had a chance to kill this boss, because by the end of it, unfortunately I wasn't able to kill it. It's not that I wasn't able to kill it, it's just the way that the game was set up, I wasn't supposed to kill it. This guy took my sign of purity away from me, and without it, I guess I'm not able to kill it. And honestly, without it, I'm not sure if I could able to kill it. He was pretty strong, I was doing very minimal damage to him. Once the fight ended, he took his sign of purity with him, and he apparently killed me, and Sin came and took me away from him and saved me. After that I talked to Sin, and now I was able to move to Act 6 of the game, but I remember that I still have one optional quest, so I decided to make my way back to the square and find and kill Utula, or however you pronounce it. This guy was really weak, like, he just melted, like really weak. But yeah, anyway, after that I made my way back to the ship, I talked to Lily, and Lily transported me to the city of Act 6, and apparently city of Act 6 is actually the city of Act 1, which was a little bit of a surprise to me, I wasn't expecting that. I don't know if this is gonna be like Act 1 to Act 5 all over again or not, but we'll see, I guess. As long as it's not completely the same, as long as there's some differences and some interesting boss fights and whatever, for me it's not like a massive deal breaker. I'm not gonna start complaining right away, I'll see how it goes and I'll report to you in Act 6. Whether I think the game feels too repetitive from now on or no, I'll let you know in the next video. But yeah, I have to say this Act 5 was probably even shorter than Act 4. I mean, it was for sure. But even though it was short, it was very sweet. I had only a few boss fights, but both of them were amazing. Especially the last one where I fought this big Colossus god. type of thing. I don't know exactly what it is, but he just reminds me so much of Colossus from God of War. I just cannot unsee it. But yeah, anyway, I enjoyed Act 5 so much, even though it was really short and I wish it was longer, but it was really enjoyable at the same time. Also, these are the items I have right now. I know this is not a huge upgrade or anything from Act 4, but you know, you have to understand that Act 5 was so short, there wasn't that much time to make some big upgrades or anything. I made some little upgrades here and there, but other than that, nothing major, nothing a huge of a difference. By the time you watch this video, I'm already midway through Act 6, and hopefully I can get next video in the next couple of days, and I can report to you how I feel about this game starting from the city of Act 1 again. At least for now, these first 5 acts felt amazing. This last boss was so cool, and hopefully the game only gets better from here. Anyways guys, like always, I appreciate you watching. If you could and would subscribe, that would be amazing. If you could and would press like, again, that would be amazing. If you could leave a comment, even just an algorithmic comment, that would be still amazing. You guys already know I'm a small YouTuber, any help helps me. Thank you for watching, and I'll guys see you very shortly in the next couple of days, hopefully in the next video. Bye bye.